Turbo, Yukio, Cooksier, Mystic would ever have imagined themselves being in a dogfight for the chance to just not have to deal with that.
Well, now they'll fight in this best-of-5 set. Who comes out on top? Speed just off the post. Cooksier back over to Speed. Speed catches this. He's got Mystic behind. And this time, Yukio able to clear it out from the corner. Turbo has some space. He's going to take control for Dignitas. And the big thing for the Bricks was Speed and Mystic on so many chances against TSM. Speed making it pretty, and in his interview today, he had said, yeah, I'm not going to go for the flashy plays, and he hit quite a flashy one in that series against TSM. They're going to need him again in this series to get that playoff spot.
Well, I must say that based off of both the series earlier, I think the Bricks looked better versus TSM than Dignitas. It was 4 one-goal games for the Dignitas series. It could have gone either way, but they did pull it out, and this one rocketed towards the net. Cooksier, he's a well-established defender in his own right, just able to get there and pinch it off his own post and back onto the offense for the Bricks.
And Cooksier known for being clutch when it counts, when it matters the most. Turbo Pulsa on the transition, the ball knocked away. And you feel like if the clutch master himself, there's any time for him to have a performance, it's right now. Speed. The Bricks right now just trying to control the ball out, breaking it past midfield. Yukio, another solid touch. Forces the Bricks to reset.
And I think this series, in terms of chances of success for Dignitas, it really has to fall onto Turbo Pulse's lap. He played an awesome series earlier versus TSM, winning a lot of challenges in the midfield, constantly getting possession for his team. And that's going to be crucial versus a team that gets so many extra opportunities on target, like the Bricks.
Violent Panda up quickly for this. He's met by Speed. Yukio catching this one, met by Cooksier. And again, just trying to utilize that space in their own half. Doesn't work out for them. So they have to challenge Dignitas for midfield control. Violent Panda, another touch here for Yukio. Mystic can't get it cleared out past Violent Panda. And Yukio just trying to get the demo out. Turbo Pulsa scores from Violent Panda. Dignitas score first.
It's a nice job here. Stuck into the net was Speed. Couldn't have any boosts. He only had 14 on the line. And that's why he didn't jump as early as you would have liked him to go get ready to catch that pass off the back wall or deal with anything. So the resources netting Dignitas the first goal.
And off the kickoff, Speed in the attacking corner. Turbo Pulsa with one catch out. He's met by Cooks. Gets the pinch onto the corner, flying up his Speed. Speed forces the ball to stay inside the box. But the Bricks having to play on the third. They can't keep it in the orange half. The quick pass to Speed from Mystic has the demo to open it up, but Turbo Pulsa bails out Dignitas on the play and gets it out to the blue half.
It was also a pleasant surprise to see the Bricks go for some demos and get physical versus TSM earlier on in the day as well. That was something that was starkly absent in their series last week versus Barcelona that you feel could have helped them find the back of the net a few more times. And to see them bring that back here versus Dignitas, I think bodes well, but they still need to break them down.
Positioning has really been solid here from Dignitas.
Yeah.
For the majority of this game. They've handled everything the Bricks have thrown at them, and Yukio especially in midfield. He's helped Dignitas on the transition a couple of times. And then obviously earlier, Turbo Pulsa able to carry it out from his own corner off a demo that would have been an open net for the Bricks to try at. And now Violent Panda, his shot, while Light forces Cooksier up and boomed away by Mystic. The Bricks still hunting for that goal. The team that struggled to shoot all season long. They had those struggles still against TSM. Not as much, but here they struggle on defense, and Yukio takes advantage off the ceiling, and he picks up the second goal.
Yep, they catch Cooksier in an awkward spot in the 1v1, and he just doesn't handle the ball properly. He got a little too far under it, and instead of, he definitely was trying to tip that ball to the corner because you saw him go around to the outside, but it just wasn't far enough out, and he caught it on pretty much the quarter panel of his car instead of the nose, and it just went straight into the ceiling instead of out to safety.
The Bricks, another pass broken up. Speed's challenge over to Cooks here. Mystic is there. He can't make the touch. Speed back to Cooks. Cooks shot. It's off the post. The Bricks can't come away with a goal. 35 seconds left. They needed it.
Needed it is absolutely right. And that has also been the biggest plaguing factor. The shooting percentage for the Bricks. And that one was about as open as they could have asked, and they still didn't get it through.
Kicked out for Speed. Mystic going to try to body his way. And he's knocked away by Turbo Pulsa. Speed again from the third. Catches this one. Mystic playing the bully, but Turbo stands in the way. The shield for Yukio. And Speed again can't get it over to Cookser. And as time expires, Dignitas walk away. A 2-0 victory in game one.
And game number one has been good for so many teams throughout the season and across the history of RLCS. This year in particular in Europe, winning game number one has netted you the victory 81% of the time. 81% of the time coming into week number 5.
And that's such an insane statistic to think about when you think about how many games, where the second team comes back. And the goal here, the first goal for Dignitas, first the demo to stop the rotation, and then a great pass from Violent Panda for Turbo to hit that end of the net where Yukio got that demo. Just a great overall play from Dignitas right here.
A great play indeed, and it does start Dignitas off on the right foot. The problem with that statistic I just mentioned, though, is that has not been the case today in particular.
Of course.
People who have won game one have had awful luck in week 5.
I just want everyone to know that Chiefs was so proud of that statistic this morning. He's trying to argue with Gibbs. He's like, Gibbs, I have to tell you this stat. 82% of teams who win game one win the series. And now, of course, you're wrong.
Well, week 5 has been the bane of people winning. I think it's only happened twice now, but yeah, because even the last one with because PSG won game one and they lost that series, and it's just not been a pretty day if you've won game one. So Dignitas, great start. Keep it up though. Turbo Pulsa had an awesome game. Great pressure in getting that ball out of the Bricks half, but the shooting accuracy again, it's what we talked about in the Telestrator segment. You gotta put the ball in the net for the Bricks.
And I feel like you're watching the Bricks versus Barcelona again at times, where they have these passes in the offensive half, they connect onto them. They're always hitting a Dignitas player. So the Bricks, unable to score in game one, look to get on the right foot at the start of game two. But it's Dignitas with possession in the Bricks territory. And Yukio off to the corner. Mystic forced back, and Cooks gets the boomer away. Not necessarily. Back over is Cooks. There's just nothing there for them on the touch. A good down tap from Mystic back over to Speed. It also allows Speed to collect that boost. Cooks has a free shot off the crossbar. Speed, he's high above the crossbar. Cooks can't beat Yukio to the ball. Mystic does at least keep it here in Dignitas territory, but no one presses here to the corner. There's Speed, a laser across the box. Cooks couldn't move in on the play, and the Bricks come away empty.
And that was actually Dignitas. They kind of played themselves, but Violent Panda, what is this shot out of the corner? They almost give up a goal on double commit on defense. Like you said, nobody there from Bricks to pick it up. Ooh. And Violent Panda goes the length of the field and just rips one to the back post.
Had to read the whole way. That's tough if you're the Bricks. Dignitas in the first minute. Score first and still keep the Bricks scoreless.
That was filthy.
That's vintage Violent Panda. Something that he's struggled a lot this season, especially on the defensive end. And this time, on the offensive end, I mean, he's got a pass to Turbo in game one off of a Yukio demo. Dignitas really starting to put it together. That win against TSM not that long ago may be a boon to a team that have just felt the struggle this season, just haven't been able to put it together. The issues were abound for this team. The Bricks, no stranger to it as well, but Dignitas finally coming at least back to some semblance of what they were. Speed on that challenge. Turbo looking for Yukio off to the corner. Violent Panda challenged as well, but In the midfield right now, locked down by Yukio, and even when it looks like you might have a chance at it, Mystic takes it, speed. He misses the pass. The bricks. Mystic keeping that one close to him, but caught and thrown up by Yukio here in midfield. And up high speed, looking for a demo or a bump on the line on both players, but it just hasn't been successful for the bricks. They've been hunting on the line for physicality in both of these games, and they haven't been able to capitalize on any of it. They haven't even been able to connect. Dignitas, here's Yukio, trying to split the defenders between Speed and Mystic. Violent Panda picks this up off the ceiling. The pass to Turbo. Oh no, he can't get there. Double commit gives Yukio the ball. Shot handled by Speed out to the corner. And the bricks keep the scoreline 1-0.
Mystic has kind of been trapped here as the third man in the rotation, responsible in the back line for keeping things in order. And he's usually such a great opportunity gifter to his team, and he hasn't been able to exercise that too much here in game number 2.
Speed can't fight Violent Panda off for the ball. Cooks able to win this time. It's over Turbo Pulse's head. And now a race for the bricks. Can they get set up here in Dignitas territory? Mystic. High ball towards the box. Transition for Yukio. One man back. It's Cookser, and he makes the save. So the bricks feel like they get one chance. Speed runs into Cookser on the play, and Mystic forced to just kind of bang it off the back wall. Doesn't force anybody up on Dignitas. Handled again by Turbo Pulsa.
Mystic again is finally getting a few bits of space. There's a double commit from Dignitas and a huge recovery effort from Yukio to continue to push that ball to safety and not allow the bricks to get something out of that breakdown in communication.
The transition game's been strong for Dignitas as well. It looks like bricks have something going. They get a really solid clear to midfield, and it's been any of these three players, Yukio, Turbo, or Violent Panda, to win that next challenge in midfield and give them at least a chance at the net. They've only scored one, but one's all they needed with 35 seconds left. Turbo in the corner. Speed back over to Cookser. And Yukio, his touch off to the side. I mean, he had plenty of time to get back to his own touch. Cooks had to make a save off the crossbar. This one off the backboard. Turbo can't make the shot, blocked by Mystic. Speed looking for Cookser. Cookser tries to get the dunk, can't do it. Mystic from mid to Speed. Speed just wide. Mystic, the bump out. Cooks turns around, looks, it's high again. Turbo has the clear, and everybody has to force themselves back to midfield on the brick. Speed, it's high. Again, Turbo's there. The backboard defense gets Dignitas the win at the end.
And the bricks kind of squandering that last opportunity. The pass upfield from Speed initially off the mark. Caught the pass back and just blasted it high. And that was probably the best scoring opportunity for the bricks in the entire game as well. Felt like the entire middle part of that game was Dignitas camped in the midfield, making solid challenges. And here's the go-ahead one. Again, Dignitas playing a one-goal game, and they came out on top.
Yeah, and that first touch,
I mean, that's the way to do it.
All VP, all you Violent Panda. But the thing that just allowed all that to set up, you saw it at the very beginning of the replay, Yukio winning a huge pinch challenge in his own corner. That shot's sick, man. Well done.
Speed wasn't even prepared. Like, as soon as he saw Violent Panda catch that ball, yeah, you saw him hit the brakes, turn around, and it's like, fine. Well done.
You get it, Violent Panda. And now the Dignitas, they're at series point against the bricks. They might sweep them to get into the playoffs. And what a story going into the regional championships if Dignitas can pull out the win.
From the brink of death, you start off 0-3 and everyone's like, Dignitas, what is wrong? And it takes you all the way to week 5. You come out with a big win versus Mouse in week 3, big win versus TSM, and now if you sweep the bricks, well done. You've made it to 3 and 4.
I mean, the bricks have to find some sort of headway here in midfield. Not able to win the boost battle against Dignitas, and again, I have to say, Yukio, he's been the one most of the time in midfield making those touches to set Dignitas up. They haven't scored a lot, but they haven't needed to. The bricks, they have not scored a goal yet in this series. In game number 3, no more lives left for them to try to avoid the promotion tournament. Quick pass, Mystic has it! Off the pass from Cooks, they finally get on the board.
Well, you ask them to score a goal because they haven't yet, and they do it just fine. Cooks are a nice catch in the midfield. Violent Panda wasn't there to pick it up. And Yukio, he wasn't in a bad spot, actually. He saw where the shot was coming from, but just perfect placement from Mystic back behind him.
18 seconds is all it took. Now that the Bricks know that they can score, maybe they can make some headway in this series. Speed off the ceiling. Playing the bully was Cooks. But it is challenged and knocked away off the line. Cookser off to the far side. Mystic giving way for Speed. And Speed, such a huge proponent in their series against TSM, hasn't had much ado in this series. He's had a couple of nice passes, but his shots have also been off target.
Yeah, Speed's had a couple of opportunities to find the back of the net, and he's just pushed them high. And that really could be the nerves coming back to haunt him, you know. He said it doesn't affect him too much, but
when you put in this spot, you're down 2-0 in the series. Yeah, you have, it's all pressure. You have to be able to perform right now. And Dignitas showing their resilience as the shot blocked off the post. Standing was Yukio. It looked like he might have gotten it.
Oh, and they're going to score.
Speed off the return. 2-0
wow.
for the Bricks.
How does this pinball around the net like that halfway in? Pinch from Cooks here into the corner. Turbo Pulse is in a great spot. He's right there to catch it, but unfortunately he puts it on Speed's nose. And everybody from Dignitas too far forward to deal with it.
And it's got to be tough, even though Turbo was in the right spot. That pinch off the post, the reaction has to be instant from Turbo Pulsa. Early in this game, the Bricks, a huge insurance goal in a game that hasn't had a lot of goals.
Well, it's not over yet. Dignitas have definitely shown they can. Never mind.
What was that, Chiefs?
Game 3's done.
Oh, okay, it's done.
Take it back.
It's done.
I think it's done.
2 minutes in?
I think it's done.
That's a call, but Cooks, he gets that pinch right off the top on the challenge, and it bounces off the crossbar. I mean, that's a laser of a shot. Tough to defend for Dignitas, especially if you're expecting that challenge to at least kill the ball and give yourself an opportunity.
And I think Game 3 is done because Dignitas today really haven't exactly lit the scoreboard up. They've
scored 3 goals total so far.
They've scored 3 goals total so far, even versus TSM. It was all 1-goal games, very tightly contested. And I just don't see the Dignitas offense having the firepower behind it to put 3 goals up in 2.5 minutes, you know? But we'll see what they can do. And it's a breath of life for the Bricks as they will find 4. Speed has to contort his car a little bit out of the top of the box, and Cooks here, great pass and way to get around this one to slide it in.
I mean, a breath of air. It's more like a full lung of air for the Bricks. 4 goals in the first half of the game. If you're going to bounce back in the series, well, this is the way to break out. And it's been a couple of key pinches that are just tough to expect, and now things fall apart for Dignitas. Cookser picks up another goal off the rebound.
And it's a nice win off the kickoff, too. Just Turbo Pulse, a tough spot off the kickoff, rotating into the net, having the ball come over your head and back behind you. And you got to be so aware of the dimensions of the pitch to know exactly when you're going to hit that wall, when that ball is going to tip off and you're going to be flying to catch it off the bounce, or if you're going to hit the wall beforehand. It's not an easy play for Turbo, and he just couldn't get there.
And you can't let this get you down if you're Dignitas. You bought yourself a 2-game buffer against the Bricks.
Yep.
They pick up a 6th goal, but still, it's just, Game 3 at this point is a wash with 2 minutes to go. The Bricks have just peppered this net with goals. But for Dignitas, these first 2 games, you looked solid. You just got to be able to bounce back in game number 4. The Bricks can score as many goals as they want. It doesn't change the fact that it only gives them 1 win.
See, I love how you have adapted Speed's pre-show quote, Doesn't matter how many touches you get or whatever, it's all worth 1 goal. Well, scoring 6 is still only worth 1 win.
I'm saying that it feels bad to get scored on 6 times if you're Dignitas. For the Bricks, it feels great. How about 7? You're talking about a pick-me-up game. This is, you're standing on both your legs, shot of adrenaline. And you got to feel great about yourself in these final 2 minutes if you're the Bricks, especially Cooks here, who has picked up 4 goals.
And he's put in the other 3 assists as well, so he's been a part of a lot of these goals. In fact, every one of them here in game number 3. So A big game 3 for Cooks here, no doubt. But, like you said, 7-0 is the exact same as 1-0. And the Bricks, this is just step 1. Because, like you said,
Do it again.
Dignitas have put themselves in the simplest terms, advantageous position.
The Bricks have had consistency issues. Or I guess you could say they've been consistent the wrong way.
It's been shooting accuracy.
Yeah.
They
And
had a couple of great chances as Violent Panda catches an awesome pass from Yukio from the corner of the box. Or the midfield, sorry. It came from the corner of the box, and Violent Panda shot it from the other side, and just wonderful placement into the top left. So they'll get one back, but at the end of the day, this one's still definitely done and dusted.
And you can understand, I mean, for Dignitas, a team that's been to the grand finals of the World Championship, what, 4 times?
A lot.
A lot. And just fighting for relegation.
They've been to grand finals in general.
We were joking about it halfway through the season that, oh man, Dignitas, they've had a rough start to the season. Could you imagine them in the promotion tournament? And now we're in week 5, and we're like, oh, if Dignitas don't win this series, they're going to head to the promotion tournament. And it's tough. It's tough in this series for both of these teams. But for the Bricks, they're not going to score 8 goals in Game 4. But they need to continue what worked for them early in this game that gave them an early lead. They did get some pinches that went their way, but again, it's the ability to break out in midfield and win those challenges. That's what gave Dignitas their wins in Game 1 and 2, is their very strong challenge game that just worked for them.
Jeez, that's into the net too?
And Speed scores again. I mean, they're just destroying Dignitas. They might get 10 goals. Have 10 goals in like the last 3 seasons ever been scored in an RLCS game?
That is a wonderful question.
I don't know. Gibbs, let me know. Insane. They're just 49 seconds.
I'm going to go look it up right now. I'm not even going to watch the game.
they might get 3 more at the rate they've been scoring. And does he pick up another? Yeah, we get 10.
We get 10.
Why not? Why not? 36 seconds left. We hit the double digits for the Bricks, making up for all the goals they couldn't score during the season.
Well, it doesn't matter if you score them all.
And apparently, I just heard, guess what, Achieves?
What's that?
Cooks just won the Golden Striker.
With that goal.
With that goal. He scored that many.
Well, he actually does hold the single game scoring record with 7. I do know that.
He has 1 to go to match it. Does he get it there? No, it's blocked by Yukio. And if you're at home watching and you just tuned in, this isn't how this series has gone. Game 3 has been an anomaly.
To say the least.
Dignitas winning the first 2 games of the set. Time expiring. And it's up. Dignitas, it got away from them early, and it really was never a chance for them to come back. The Bricks, well, they scored a couple goals, and we head to Game 4.
Yeah, so you said it best in the middle of that series, put up as many as you want. It's still only worth 1 in the win column. And the Bricks have 2 more to go. So, in terms of have we ever seen 10 goals scored, yes, we've seen it one time, a couple of times, but...
I mean, this right here, this shot blocked off to the post, and Yukio, it felt like when the ball came back down that it was going to tap his car, and then they get the breakaway from Speed off of the mistouch, and it's not Turbo's fault on this mistouch. I mean, that's a pinch out. He was just a little too far up. Wasn't expecting the speed that came out of the line.
And it went right to him.
Yeah.
It went right to him. Yukio was caught out in the midfield as well, and there's been very few times we've seen 10 goals scored. It's happened 4 times. 3 of them have been 10. 1 of them has been 12.
Oh.
So, to be fair.
How long ago?
That was the rival series where it was 12.
So. Oh, I'm RLCS.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be NRG versus Rogue.
Okay.
So, season, yeah.
It is the record, though, for the highest goal differential in the RLCS.
I would believe that.
+9.
+9 would be a very high goal differential.
Anyways, we're finally going to reset here. 0-0, 5 minutes in game number 4. And the Bricks, again, really halfway. Step 1. Do that.
You blew them out of the water.
Yeah.
But it came off of some great transition goals. It took some miracle saves. You could say Dignitas were pixels away from keeping themselves in that game.
Well, Now we start off Dignitas on the defensive end. Cookser can't find the touch out. Turbo ends up having to fight off the bricks for the ball here. Mystic, his catch immediately knocked away by Yukio in the corner. And that shot up off the post and it bounces down. Speed just stops, says, I am not going to touch this into my own net. I've seen enough own goals today.
Or near own goals. He was almost the product of one of them.
And he's done with it.
Versus TSM. He's like, you're right, never again. But Dignitas, it's a good first minute. Puts the bricks under some pressure. You know you just got blown out of the water. Come back out swinging and see if something sticks.
And then around the corner. Good pass to Speed. Speed, though, he's blocked immediately. And Violent Panda didn't like the angle he had on the play. Went back for boost instead, think he was out. Try to go for it, and Mystic dumps it out to the corner. Some of these dumps, you've noticed the bricks will dump it out knowing that both their teammates are back and just quickly steal one of those corner boosts. They take the opportunity every single time they're on that side of the field. And a demo to open up the midfield for Speed. Speed fighting off Turbo for the ball, carries it up to the corner, and Cooks
was up so early for that ball. If he didn't pre-jump, he probably could have made the other decision and just steal the corner boost, but him pre-jumping that early has allowed Dignitas the space because it was going to be a tough read all the way. Turbo Pulsa tips one off of Mystic's wheels and off the backboard, and it'll be the bricks now pushing once more onto Dignitas half.
Oh, and that touch by Turbo, he does get back to it, but Mystic on that challenge. Ooh, and Cooks cut it on the left a little too hard. Violent Panda looking for Turbo, he's blocked by Speed. Only 3 shots registered so far, 2 on the side of Dignitas in about the first half of gameplay in game number 4. And the bricks.
This is a good chance. Nobody's really in an awesome spot for this from Dignitas, and Yukio did make it back, but it's a free ball in the middle of the box, and Cooks here was actually hesitating. I think he didn't want to go too aggressive like he did last time because it would hang Speed out if he didn't win.
Yeah, Speed was pretty far up, and Mystic was following close behind Cooks as well. Touch could have really put them in a bad spot, like you said. Less than half the game to go, a complete opposite from game number 3, and more what we expect from what we saw in games 1 and 2. Very defensive game so far. No one really able to find a consistent presence in the midfield, but the rebound free off the backboard. Violent Panda, he'll score that. 1-0 for Dignitas.
And Mystic was the one rotating back into the net because he just lost the challenge in the midfield. A rare miss from Cooks here. 2 in a row, in fact. And Mystic just wasn't going to make it back. He didn't have the boost in the tank. Yukio was defending the near post, so Violent Panda again finds the net in just the right spot to take it away from the bricks.
Mystic off the kickoff. Cooks can't catch that one as well. Cooks struggling right now in game number 4 to find solid touches. He does get one there off the miss.
And a big win for Cooks here.
And Speed not fast enough against Yukio, but Mystic quickly there. Pass out. Does he have the shot? He's blocked immediately. And the bricks finding some headway, but can't get a consistent opportunity in the orange half.
And a brilliant job from Dignitas dealing with that potential dangerous opportunity from the bricks. And they almost put the bricks in a bad spot because now the bricks are going to have to force things, and they've been willing to send the house all season long, and it's left them in a couple of bad spots.
And again, despite that game number 3, you gotta say for Dignitas, they hold on to this 1-goal lead. They're in the playoffs, and that's it. That goal, no, it's not. It's high bouncer off the backboard. Chance at a goal, no good for Dignitas. An insurance goal would surely kill any hope the bricks have of coming back to force game number 5. More time chewed off the clock. This one high, just above the crossbar. Yukio shot just wide. Speed has it, but it's only for Violent Panda.
Oh, miss.
Not the
Turbo.
best. And Turbo,
Oh,
he misses as well. 35 seconds left for the bricks to get out of the blue half. Off the ceiling, and Yukio back to Violent Panda. Dignitas content to just continually shot after shot above the crossbar. They have wasted so much time off the clock. Yukio, no one is able to challenge him in the attacking third. Violent Panda takes this off the ceiling. Mystic trying to clear it out. Speed trying to take this away. Now he's got Cookser on the wing. Quickly there, knocked away by Turbo. Yukio can't find the touch. Mystic is cleared away by Violent Panda. Speed can't get the touch out. They have to do it in the air for the bricks. It has to be now. Speed, back to Mystic. Shot on, blocked, knocked away, and Dignitas survive. They go to the playoffs here in Season 7.
And you never would have thought to see it. Cookser, been around since the dawn of time, it feels like, for Rocket League. He will have to go down and play the relegation tournament against some tough competition coming out of the rival series.
And for Dignitas, you get one more chance. You've had a down season, a disappointing season for the stature of a team that this is. And now they get another shot. And you only have one life at the 5 and 6 seeds in the playoffs.
And it feels so wonderfully poetic that Violent Panda, who didn't score a single goal until week 3 of league play, puts in 3 straight to lead Dignitas to a win here for his team and get them into that 6th place spot and avoid relegation.
And if you eliminate that game 3 out of the equation, everything that plagued this Dignitas team, they fixed it. Their backboard defense, solid.
Yep.
Passes out of the midfield, solid. Shots on, besides the end of that game number 4, solid. That's it. Dignitas move on. Leaf, guys, we're done.
There it is. Dignitas staying alive. They said it. They've been there since the dawn of time, and they continue to exist in this universe. But